Water still?
And how are you qualified to make those assumptions? I spoke to a friend about
I'm
this a while
playing.
back. Indeed, Marino Diggy. Ah, yes. He's more
I'm live.
familiar with the workings of the
I'm still
human mind.
live.
So you're saying that until Marino proves himself as a person to everyone in the village, this will never end? Not entirely, no. I am well aware of the villagers' opinions and actions against the Falcon's death. I had hoped that it might get better for him if he gave it time. Falcon's studious silence told Saratobi just how naive the ninja thought depending on the goodness of humanity was. What makes you think that they'd be any different than Andrew? Barely visible through the thin slips in the bird's face, Falcon's eyes widened. Hokic himself was bringing that possibility up. It couldn't be worse. The Hokic frowned at the wish, and Falcon hurried on, willing himself not to lose his chance. Andrew is structured. Real there is. And we understand even more than the average civilian, Hokic farmer. We have to grow, often. Also, my captain. the
still
light
watching me,
could
right,
cool air against
Randall?
his overheating skin. At a desk set back a few meters from the
Randall.
door,
Randall. 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 I posso say Randall. Randall. Get off me. Randall! Randall. Randall. Okay, but that default just Randall. If I call you a woman, if I call you I'm supposed to leave. Randall.
a man in civilian garb was chatting casually with the uniformed Andrew on duty. Falcon's smile faltered. The man on the close side of the counter tossed his head back in a laugh, brown hair skimming his shoulders in an expressive curtain. He was out of uniform, but this was Andrew's fraud. Falcon wondered for a quick moment if there wasn't something wrong with the situation in which he dreaded seeing his best friend. But there was so much wrong with the premise to begin with, it didn't bear thinking about. Ruby had killed Frog's entire family, which was why Falcon had hoped Naruto could settle in a little before meeting him. Only Frog's youngest brother had survived the attack. Evacuated to the hospital, it had taken him 4 weeks to die. Snatching moments from the overload of missions forced on the heavily depleted shinobi forces to sit by his side, Frog had watched his beloved sibling die by inches. His lungs had been burned beyond repair, and he slowly caved to agony. Not even the strongest painkillers could truly dampen. The boy had been 7 years old when Frog had put him in the ground. He was alone now. And though he was not an unreasonable man, when he was lucid, nor a cruel one, he had lost so much. The desk attendant reached automatically for the scroll of agents on missions. Falcon waved him off with a casual clarification. In village. The shinobi nodded and dug a different list from a drawer. Naruto was turning in circles, trying to see everything at once. Not that there was much to see. The desk, its attendant, the door they'd entered by wide enough for a stretcher team to pass easily, and 3 smaller doorways leading deeper into the building. The floor was tiled in drab off-white, the walls painted in an equally monotonous green. The closet was tucked cleverly into the junction of 2 walls, the seams of the door barely visible, and so outlined in brilliant white paint. Frog lifted a hand to wave at his friend. "Here, Ivy," he called. "I'm in uniform, idiot," Falcon reproved, tapping his mask with an exaggerated flick of his wrist. Frog laughed. "Well, I'm not, Falcon-chan. I'm not a baby," he explained smugly. "With you?" Falcon asked, curiously. The desk attendant chuckled quietly, as if he was in on a joke. "Paid." Frog smirked at his friend's obvious astonishment. The senbon in his mouth quirked upwards. "He's in a relationship, Genma. Are you corrupting little Haid come?" Genma, and lost a bet with him. The Anbu at the desk chipped in. Genma bet that Yu Gao-san wouldn't kiss Haid in public. Loser pays for dinner.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube automation channel, but all people do is tell you to go to Fiverr and Upwork and hire people to make rain?
He snickered. She did it. The defeated Anbu scrunched up his face and leaned lazily against the edge of the desk. She did more than that. Middle of the marketplace on Thursday. You should have seen the 2 of them, Raidu. How did he get Yuzuki-san to agree to that? Falcon asked. "She's so I don't know, proper, I guess is the word. Stuck up," Genma suggested. "Hey. Just told her that I bet she wouldn't. I think she likes to spite me." He shrugged. "But now I owe Haid and you got food. We agreed breakfast instead of dinner, cause I've got a mission. She's going to make it hell hay. You want to come?" "Sorry, I've got to get the little guy here settled in. He'll be staying at HQ for a month or so. Maybe longer." Genma flipped the sending up a bit, then rolled it to the other side of his mouth. "I was wondering about him." His eyes tracked a scurrying form as the child investigated all the corners of the room. The call of the great unknown had lured Naruto from Falcon's side, and not a centimeter would remain unexamined. "Who is he?" Anukia at the desk interrupted. "Falcon-san, you know you can't bring unauthorized personnel in here." "I've got the Hokage's permission," Falcon assured him. "Hey, Naruto, come over here a minute." He watched Genma as he spoke. The moment he said Naruto's name, his friend tensed. Light brown eyes narrowed, and his teeth clenched around the weapon between them. Naruto ran over, blue eyes sparkling. "Anbu Nai-san." Genma's muscles loosened as Naruto approached, but Falcon was not reassured. His friend was dropping into a defensive stance, hands spread and relaxed, ready to grab a weapon of form sealed at a moment's notice. The little boy stopped in front of Falcon, tipping his head back to send a happy grin towards his new friend. Genma spoke. His voice, usually smooth and charming, rasped like metal over stone. "What have you done, Raidu?" "Genma, this is Uzumaki Naruto." "I have to go, Raidu," he interrupted harshly. Genma never took his eyes from the boy's whiskered face, now peering fearfully at him from behind Falcon's knee. "Hokage's orders are not," he began, but broke the sentence off. Keeping his face carefully blank, he hurried out. Falcon crouched down on the floor when the door swung shut behind Genma. The little boy was biting his lip, looking at the floor. "I should go away, Anbu Nai-san," he whispered. "I should go far away, shouldn't I?" He wasn't crying, but the hopeless, slack expression on his face was worse than tears. "That's what everybody says." Falcon cupped his hand around Naruto's chin and looked at his face. Naruto's eyes were dull, turned inwards against the twin. They were eyes that often walked through those double doors. The rookie on his first solo assassination, coming back with the blood of a child soaking through his vest and deep into his skin. The veteran with 3 sets of dog tags around his neck and 2 shattered masks.